You've heard a great many Arminian sermons, I dare say, but you never heard an Arminian prayer. For the saints in prayer appear as one in word and deed and mind. An Arminian on his knees would pray desperately like a Calvinist. He cannot pray about free will. There's no room for it. Fancy him praying, "Lord, I thank Thee I am not like one of those presumptuous Calvinists. Lord, I was born with a glorious free will. I was born with power by which I can turn to Thee of myself. I have improved my grace. If everybody had done the same with their grace that I have, they might all have been saved. Lord, I know Thou dost not make us willing if we are not willing ourselves. Thou givest grace to everybody. Some do not improve it, but I do. There are many that will go to hell, as much bought with the blood of Christ as I was. They had as much of the Holy Ghost given to them. They had as good a chance and were as much blessed as I am. It was not Thy grace that made us to differ. I know it did a great deal, but still I turned the point. I made use of what was given me, and others did not. That is the difference between me and them." That is a prayer for the devil, for nobody else would offer such a prayer as that.
We leaders here believe in a certain vision of God's sovereign grace. There's not a thing in you or me that inclined God to choose you for Himself. Nothing. There's not a thing in you that inclined God to cause you to be born again. Nothing. There's not a thing in you that secures your eternal destiny. Nothing. It is totally free. This is our theology. Unconditional election, unconditional regeneration, unconditional propitiation, conditional justification, faith, and that's a gift. Our theology is meant to flatten us. 1 Corinthians 1:29 and 30. All these things, not many of you were wise, not many of you were high-born. Why? So that no one would boast in the presence of God. Let him who boasts finish it. That's weak. Because not all of you are there. Let him who boasts boast in the Lord, that no flesh might boast in the presence of God. Salvation is designed in a way as to cut the legs out from under all human boasting. It's designed that way That's what this conference is about. That's what the new Calvinism is about. It's about smashing human pride and getting glory for God. Now, I said that's the big picture. The narrow picture is Christ crucified. What? The most important event in human history is the death of the Son of God. What's the meaning of the death of the Son of God? It means I am unspeakably lost. It took that much to save me. Anybody that lives near the cross isn't going to put his thumbs in his armpits and strut. Not going to brag about his stuff. Not going to talk a lot about his achievements. He's just looking at that incredible horror and saying, that's how corrupt I am. And the cross has another message. And it's good news. That's how much I'm loved. And it's free. The biggest challenge theologically and experientially for us is to feel loved unworthily. To get up in the morning and be thrilled to be alive and to be thrilled to know God totally undeservingly. That's the challenge. Because I'm wired to want to feel thrilled because I got a book or had a conference or gave a message. The constant clawing at my ego to find my meaning and my significance in other people's reckoning of what I've done. God is going to do it whether you want him to or not. He's just going to flatten you. Your marriage may shatter totally, or already did, right? Or your kids are going to just go wacko on you. Or you're going to get cancer. Or you're going to lose your job. He'll do whatever he has to do. Just flatten you so that you are desperate before him. And then secondly, he's going to work through a conference like this and books here and there and movements to get you a theology. With him so massively at the center, it'd never occur to you to put yourself there. And then he's going to take you to the cross over and over and over again and remind you how unsavable you are apart from that horrific crucifixion and how much you are amazingly